Robin's corpse delivered without warning throughout the school. The students gathered without explanation in the gym. The headmaster appearing on screen to announce an emergency situation, and then turning up dead. The Grey Dome enclosing the school. The Scarecrow appearing for no apparent reason in the sealed-off building. And now, the students shot dead if they tried to escape. Well then, let's save that. What's going on outside? How humiliating. It would seem that things are worse than we ever expected. If only I'd stop him. There was nothing we could do that we didn't, Kawara. The last thing you need to do now is start mourning what we've lost. You don't intend to give up now, do you? No, I'm fine. We have to keep going. I think we should keep quiet about this to everyone in the gym. We can explain to them after we figure out what to do. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Our one chance at escapes turns out to be a one-way ticket across the Stinks. There's nothing we can do but search for clues inside the school. Where shall we go next? Let's go back to the maintenance office. Mr. One might have that file open. Very well. We returned to the maintenance office and explained what outside to Mr. One. Yeah, that was really weird. I see. It seems that our worst predictions have come to bear their evil fruit. Our worst predictions? Do you know something? We can predict things without knowing that they will happen. Confusing predictions with reality can be fatal, young one. I've been wondering for a while. Mr. One, are you really a maintenance worker? An innocent student was shot. I suppose it's time I introduce myself properly. Leone J.B. Okay. I am Leone J.B., one of the greatest soaring wings of the Dove Party. As class agent, pleased to meet you. The Dove Party? He looks like a cockatiel to me. I have heard of this Dove Party, the secret organization that advocates living in harmony with humans, right? You are well informed, young one. It's a noble duty to be well informed. I feel I must have missed something. There are two schools of thought driving the politics of today. The Dove Party, who believe we should live peacefully with humans, and the Hawk Party, who believes we should exterminate them. Exterminate? But I thought the wars with humans were over. Do you really believe that everyone just decides to live happily together? Sadly, that is not how the world works. There are still many disagreements between birds and humans, and so the hawks and the doves have come to the fore. We discovered hawk activity in the school, and so I was dispatched to investigate. And what we feared would happen has happened. Wait a minute, are you saying the Hawk Party has something to do with the St. Pigeon Nations? It seems hard to believe. This school is known for its tolerant policies towards humans. It even welcomed Twitterus as a representative. I cannot confirm or deny it, but there is a growing number of Hawk operatives attached to the school. The headmaster's secret file will probably answer some of your questions. Oh, you got it open? Thank you! That should speed things up a little. Look inside. The human representative. To help humans and birds advance hand and feather towards a bright and happy future, we have decided to enroll one human in the school starting in the year 2187. Wow, okay, that's the year. They will be the human representative. The pandemic has long since ended, but we must nonetheless be cautious of the risk of infection with Sumatera influenza when making our selection. We will pick a strong, healthy 15-year-old human who displays hereditary resistance to Sumatera influenza. The human representative. This is talking about Twitter, no matter how we look at it. 2187, that's when we enrolled here. Come on, let's read the rest. The chosen individual will be a symbol of human concession, to wit, a hostage for birds. Oh. Thanks. If the representative is to die in the school, the entire campus will be sealed off, and all the birds inside will be given to humans as prisoners. The seal will be lifted 12 hours after the death is confirmed, and the birds will be delivered to the humans. The school will be declared an extraterritorial zone, and avian protests of any human reprisal will be not tolerated. Robin is to die, so her death was connected to the dome after all. And so does that mean there are humans outside the dome, and that's what shot the student? The important part is the final gruesome exchange. Basically, if anything happens to Robin, the representative of humanity, then the entire school takes the blame. So it would seem they trap us in here to give the humans time to arm themselves. The dome will open in a few hours, but what awaits us outside is a horde of bloodthirsty monkeys. How humorous. It's not humorous at all! So this was the true face of her enrollment here. I rather think that this whole thing was arranged to widen the divide between humans and birds from the start. Indeed, things here go deeper than we ever realized. As you know, the school's public stance is very liberal on the human cohabitation issue. In fact, the school's principal financer, the Ichigo Group, has been heavily involved in human charities for the past 20 years. I have investigated the history of St. Patrinations extensively, and I can confirm it was founded with the ideal of coexistence with humans. But the Hawk Party has been sending agents here for a long time, eating away at the system, like a dreadful virus. We have information about the document for some time. It is real. It's kind of hard to take all of this at once. Just to make sure, for 12 hours the dome will remain closed. During that time, humans will gather to take revenge, and then, when the dome opens, they will kill every bird in sight. And with that, another era of war between birds and humans will begin. That student who got shot when he flew out the hatch. There are already humans waiting out there with guns. She was discovered this morning, and the dome was raised soon after. So the time is not from when she died, from when her death is confirmed. The evacuation was about 2 hours ago? Yeah. It was right at the start of the second period, around 10 o'clock. And so we have until 10 p.m. before we're all killed. You seem awfully calm, Sakuya, even after watching somebody get shot. Remain calm, Kawara. Do nothing but worry about what's going wrong, and you'll be next. I do not know who did this, but they will rue the day they decide to tangle with a libelle. What time is it, Mr. Leone? Just past 2. We have only 8 hours then. 8 hours? We have to find an escape route in 8 hours, or we'll be killed. But if we go outside, we'll be killed anyways. Just getting outside isn't enough. There has to be another way. My dictionary does not contain the word impossible. Well, you have the French one, right? We shall continue the investigation. You're very decisive, Sakuya. I'm glad you're here. Do not attempt to flatter me, Kawara. I'm not. I mean it. We found the connection between Robin's death and the dome. There is clearly some sort of intrigue behind it all. I don't want to die without knowing the truth. We'd better go now. We have to solve this before we run out of time. You are a promising lad. If I were to give you a piece of advice, well, don't miss the forest for the trees. Don't miss the forest for the trees? Sakuya, there's one more file. Operation Hatoful? Ooh. It says hurtful boyfriend. I just noticed that. Wow. What is that? I don't know what it says. That's what it says on here. The bottom half is torn off. We can't read it at any rate. I don't feel like it has anything hopeful anyway. That's an awfully friendly name for a confidential document, though. Stupid Japanese. Look, it's spelled hurtful. Hurtful. Whoa, it is. I thought hatoful meant heartful. Oh, does it? Oh, yeah. Hato. Yeah. Well, I don't know my Japanese, so whatever. I suspect we will find many of the things to be quite hurtful. Right. It was probably something important, given that it was in the locked file. Indeed, I hadn't heard of this hurtful thing before, but you might want to look into the school's history. The school's history? At any rate, the headmaster must have known what would happen after Twitter died. The escape hatch was no doubt put in place to allow him alone to escape, which means that maybe he has a guaranteed safety for himself. I don't want to suspect an elder, but it does look that way. Everything going on here is connected. We may, well, find something of use in the records. Right, let's go look at the school documents then. I'm not the only Dove agent in the school. I'm sure the other will help you as well. Good luck, gentlemen. Time to go look for more clues. Maybe we should write in the notes first. Is that indication that I should save? Mr. Leone said to investigate the school's history. But what now? Where do we look? The headmaster's office or the library, perhaps. We already looked through the headmaster's office. Did you see anything like school records or anything? I would have thought they would be there, but I don't recall seeing any. The library it is, then. And the mystery we have left to solve is the blood-stained stranger Oko-san saw going through the infirmary yesterday. Exactly. What with the headmaster dying, an army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken and all that, I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow, we still don't know where he came from. He appeared along with the dome and no doubt is connected to it. If we continue to investigate it, I am sure his origins will be clear. And Twitter's gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the blood-stained bird. Right. That's that decided then. We'll go to the library to read up on the school's history and we'll look for that bird. It probably doesn't matter, but which should we do first? Let's go to the libraries. Maybe getting some information would be best right now. The library. I wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet. Nageki? Who? I met him in the library earlier. He stayed behind? An unusually dense individual, to be sure. The library is a little ways away from here. We spent some time jogging through the hallways. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school. Getting hung up over little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves. Really? Well then, where are the school documents? Probably not where just anybody can look at them. They are probably somewhere in the back. Then, how dull. Come, let's search. Right. Books, and none of them what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in the corner, but apparently not. And here, a line of incredibly dusty Huh? That's odd. There are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. Huh? That's weird. Did somebody misfile them? Anyway, St. Patrick's Nation's history. It's not back here with the large volume, so maybe it's a smaller book. It's not here. You never left? Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. Huh. I can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care. The records. Huh? Keep looking there, and you'll never find them. So you know where they are? Yep. Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them? By request. Request? You don't know what that is? He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. You can only get them by request. They're not kept out here. Then, where are they kept? Behind the reception desk in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There's a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki, really. Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara. Oh, sorry, I was talking to him. Talking? To the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses for your energy. No, Nageki was telling me where to find the... There's no one else here. Cease this bizarre monodrama. What is he talking about? Nageki is standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried he was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he just told me where to find the records. But Sakuya, let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki? Yes. Are you a hallucination? Well, if I was that, that would mean you're asking a hallucination whether or not he's a hallucination. Yeah, that's right. It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything. This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I will remember everything soon. How about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet? Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh? He disappeared. The thing I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said, too. Why did Nageki know about that? It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I can dismiss him as just a hallucination. Request only books? The shelf? Looks like it. I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office. chronology, there we go. Wow, a Saint pagination is this? Let's see. 2180. Founding of the school same year. Ichigo Kitsugu inaugurated as headmaster. 2810, much more recent than I thought. Only 8 years, I hadn't known either. Aside from that, it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here? Wait, Sakuya, look at this! 2183, medical center shuts down due to fire. Medical center? Does that school have something like that? I don't think so. There was no mention of it in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else? I'm right here. Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery, as if to taunt our inability to hold all those we already have. A new sort of mystery. 2183. Medical center shuts down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nikeki died in the basement where the fire started. Didn't I just hear that name? The exact same, but that's... Nikeki died 5 years ago? Then what is Nikeki he mean today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Sakuya couldn't see him, which means he's... a ghost. Don't say such dreadful things. It's unscientific. To this day, Belvernez will bang our lives on this search, you know. I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it, but I think he knew something. If he is the Saint Bird, then he could be the key to solving this mystery. So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost? There are limits, Kawara. I spent time looking for him in the library, but I couldn't find him. He's always found me, rather, the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. The blood-stained bird, Do you have an idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason... Don't I know somebody like that? Vega... ANGHEL! He was blood-stained. Vague as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say it right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there. Let's go ask him again. He did say he was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what said is true, then he was lying. Which would mean the doctor was lying too. Very well. Yuya, salutations. How goes the investigation? Well, just who do you think I am? Yeah, unlike me, you're a very capable bird. Yuya, we want to ask you something. Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away. Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time. We talked to San earlier. He said that he saw a blood-stained stranger going into the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that? No, sorry. Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself? Yikes, no, as you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, he said he saw the bird going to the infirmary, not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did. Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some blood-stained stranger then, that would mean that Yuya and the doctor are hiding something. Where do we... the medical center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed, where is it? That's the problem. I'd never heard of it before either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be that hard to find. The record book said the fire broke out in the basement, and if the building was burnt to the ground, it would have said so. It should still be here then, assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings on the campus? Unused buildings, Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall? That's what we call it. It's by the back gate and it's not used for... What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall? Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange. Come on, guide me there. This is it. Oh, wow. It doesn't really look like a medical center. It's pretty much the same as the main building, yeah. Looks like the door's locked. Then we shall break it down. Okay. You're starting to sound like a delinquent, Sakuya. What? What did I say? Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here, but this is an emergency. We don't have a choice. Cough, cough. It's awfully dusty in here. Hey, it looks exactly like the school. Wow. It's been left unused for 5 years. It appears that they didn't leave much behind. Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared everything out when they sealed the building. This all looks pretty much the same as the main building. Did we come here for nothing? Let's look around a little more. Look, this door has a sign on it. I guess it was the reference room. I do not relish the prospect of wandering about this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well. It's even dustier in here. The shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they once held medical records. There's nothing left now, though. And Operation Hatoful. Huh? Among the rows of dates, sure enough, there's a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful. Empty as well. It would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway. Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is. Who knows? Something put in place with the human representative business, so no doubt it was nothing good. Is Operation Hatoful connected with the medical center? What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in now? My head hurts. The only things left are archaic medical journals. Huh? It's an encyclopedia. An odd place to keep one. Wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What, does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning? I saw them like this in the library too. I think I just missed that. A bunch of old encyclopedias? Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit? Do as you please. The ones in the library had the same binding. And in the place of volume 9, there's an extra copy of volume 6. Look, this copy of volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Perhaps it came from the library then. Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. They probably switched it with volume 9. An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure. Yeah. The other volumes all seem as they would. There probably isn't anything in the extra copy of volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. When we get back to the main building, let's check the library, provided it isn't a mere waste of time. We leave the reference room and continue our investigation of the medical center. We searched the entire first floor and have yet to find what we're after. The stairs to the basement? Apparently the fire that closed this building 5 years ago started in the basement, but we haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in? Perhaps we can't anymore. Huh? Look at the wall. The wall? It looks like a normal concrete wall to me. Don't you see it? Stupid peasant, this is probably sealed off to the basement. What about it? Think back to the building's exterior and the second floor. There shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind there. It must have been sealed off after the fire. Now that he mentions it, this wall is slightly different color than the rest, which would make sense if it had been put in later. So the stairs are beyond there? It seems likely. Isn't this a bit much for a cleanup of some fire? We probably won't be able to break this down. If we can't get in there, I doubt we'll find anything more use of it in here. At least we found that thing from the basement headmaster's documents again. Yeah, let's head back. I have a really bad feeling about this. Did you hear something? Yes, someone just broke in here. This could be bad. We're in a dead end with concrete all around. We need to get somewhere with a window fast. Run! Yes! Stop! It's here! Wait, calm down, Kawara. It's small. ANGHEL. So it is. Too small to be a scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from 2-2? I am the Crimson Fallen Angel, ANGHEL. I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous around the school for being a nutcase, but what is he doing here? I think I'm going to have a headache. Textoris Melodia Veneris. Who, me? Good for you, Kawara. He came all the way to give you a title. It's not good at all. Nothing but trouble will come out of it. I don't know why you came here, ANGHEL, but it's dangerous. We're supposed to be in the gym with everybody, so come on, let's go back. I'm not allowed to rest, not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the pact of old, I must seal you here now to Taurus Melodia Veneris, Undertaker. If that's it, then so the time has come at last. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judica. Come. Shit. ANGHEL used Dark Void Shockwave. Ryota take 24 damage. Fuck. Ryota's turn. Deathbringer. Ryota used Deathbringer. ANGHEL takes 60 damage. Oh, cease this jack acting, you wretched imbeciles. Sakuya attacks. That was mean! Ryota returns to his senses. ANGHEL takes 295 damage. ANGHEL is shaken. What the hell? Huh? I am shocked, Kawara, to think that even you would go along with that farce. Yeah, he disrupted my territory. I got carried away by ANGHEL before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. You lose on. What did you come here to do? And what you just did, I think I may have... And after you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. I came here to but one thing. I must follow the demon spores. Oh god. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese. Your dialect is somewhat opaque. I don't think it's just his dialect, Sakuya. That end is calling me. That is all. That is the cross I must bear. He stares off into space as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means he's a thrill seeker? So you are a moth allured by a candle's light, Luzon. No, I am stained in crimson clad in night, unforgiven. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory. More crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal, but the blood-stained chest is just the way bleeding heart's plumage looks. Oh, what is it, Kawara? Blood-stained chest? Sakuya, do you think maybe the blood-stained stranger San saw was... ANGHEL, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal and following the demon spores. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the tree of blood, called out to me. He's asking you to say it using words we understand. Hallowed magician of white, you're angry now. It is the power of the demon spores. I think it's the power of you, ANGHEL. Bah, I must compromise. I was in the place of the ignorant many referred to as the infirmary. I knew it. I think we need to talk to you. Come. And so we left the medical center, Sakuya dragging ANGHEL behind him. Cool, this is the blood-stained stranger Oko-san saw? That's that then. We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go to the infirmary? If I could, I would have. But only the chosen one can stop the demon spores. In other words, he didn't. Useless! The gate was sealed with the power of darkness. However, Adele Blau did venture within. Adele Blau? Who's that? Explain in terms we know known to sane individuals, please. Apostle of the Blue Sky, Adele Blau. She also goes by Twitter Robin. Robin went into... What? Robin was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Yuya said that no one came and nothing happened. They're lying.